The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi. We're in our 3rd floor studio here at Parks Racing. On today's show, it was a Belmont Stakes to remember with plenty of star-studded performances on the undercard as well. We're going to talk about all those races. And we have a great feature on trainer Ernesto Padilla-Preciado that's here at Parks Racing, training Malibu Star. But we didn't make it to New York, but there was a lot of fun to be had here at Parks.
It was. You were out here all day on Saturday, hanging out, doing your thing. I was actually down in Delaware watching the races on my phone, then I watched them all later on in the day, but when I got home. But yeah, cool day at Belmont Park for sure, and here at Parks.
It was. We had a great crowd, and we also had Bark at the Parks. It was the Basset Hound Racing. So
do you have the winner in the Basset Hound race? That's what I want.
The 3rd place, Buddy Boo. He's a favorite. He comes back every year. But I was saying all day, long ears, big hearts. It was great fun. But the Belmont Stakes, what a race! Let's jump right into it. This is the last jewel of the Triple Crown. It's a Grade 1 for 3-year-olds going that 1.5 mile distance around Big Sandy. Big purse too, $1.5 million. And Forte makes his return. He's our favorite.
Look, he's got the best resume, Danny. It's not even close, right? 4 great wins, 1 wins, the 2-year-old champ, won the Florida Derby, beat Mage, who came back to win the Kentucky Derby. But the question was, could he possibly be ready to run 1.5 miles after 10 weeks since his last race?
Yeah, he had all that trouble getting scratched from the Kentucky Derby. He's been on the bench, but Todd Pletcher, I'm sure, has him ready. Angel of Empire, a Pennsylvania bred, is 2nd choice at 3-1.
Yeah, trying to become the first Pennsylvania bred to win the Belmont Stakes since the late 1800s. But as we said last week, of course, they cheated Smarty Jones in 2004, and we haven't forgotten.
We have not. Arcangelo, the winner with jockey Javier Castellano, who also rode the Kentucky Derby winner, but history was made with Jenna Antonucci being the first female trainer to win a Triple Crown race.
Yeah, it was such a cool story, Danny. It was such a weird Triple Crown, right, in a lot of ways, starting with the Derby and the scratches and everything else that happened. But yeah, I put up this number. There have been 451 total Triple Crown races, and this is the first one won by a female trainer, and the main reason is because it just didn't get an opportunity. Yeah. It's not like anybody was 0 for 451, but it was a great story, a perfect ending to this Triple Crown. And it's interesting about this horse, you could see him getting better and better and better. The question was he going to be good enough to win the Belmont Stakes? And he was plenty good enough to win. He was great.
Yeah, a lot of credit to Jenna. Really fun to watch that whole story unfold. And a lot of credit to jockey Javier Castellano, who will have a question to answer. Does he stay on Mage? Does he stay on Arcangelo? Because I think both are heading to the Travers possibly.
So he was 0 for 29 combined in the Derby and the Belmont, and he knocked them both out in 5 weeks. How about Javier? One of the best it's ever done. It's so good for him. And yeah, he does have a decision to make, but those are the kind of good decisions. And the owner, Mr. Ebert, lives 30 minutes from Parks, and I told him, I said, are you aware that there's a $50,000 bonus for any horse that wins any Triple Crown race that shows up and runs at Parks here in the Pennsylvania Derby on September 23rd? He said, no, I didn't know that. He sounded very interested, and he ran the first horse he'd ever owned here at Parks in 2009. And Jenna's first ever graded stakes winner was here at Parks in 2016 in the Turf Monster. Our next graded stakes winner came with who? Arcangelo, who won the Peter Pan, and now he's won the Belmont Stakes. Very cool story.
Well, it would be very cool to have them here for our Pennsylvania Derby, and got to give our hats off to Forte. He ran an incredible 2nd place finish, being off that layoff. He was in just a ton of trouble. It was a really good race. Top horses.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Danny. And I think if you said who's the leader of the 3-year-old division today, I think it's still Forte. I mean, he's got the 2 graded wins. Nobody's won more than 1 grade 1, and he should have a big second half of the season. And our pick, Tapit Trace, I wasn't thrilled with the ride from Luis Saez. I mean, like, where are you going on the backstretch? But ultimately, if he was good enough, he would have gotten there. And he had a free run at the top of the stretch. He just couldn't get there. The best horse won, got a great ride, great training job by Jenna, and congratulations to all the people involved. It's a very cool story. This horse cost $35,000 and just won a race worth $1.5 million.
Yeah, well, we picked the gray to win, just the wrong gray, so hats off to Arcangelo and their connections. Well, let's get to some local racing. We're going to look at Saturday's 9th race. It was a Pennsylvania bred allowance race for 3-year-olds going 6 furlongs, $50,000 purse, and our favorite is Magic in the Moonlight for trainer Scott Lake.
When I picked him, Danny, I don't think I realized he was going to be this low of a price, but yeah, it was just, this horse was pretty obvious on paper. 1-2 in a row, 3 seconds, good speed figures. Scott Lake, what's not to like?
Yeah, me and DJ were fighting over this one, but I landed on Game 7, our second choice. You saw him win here on PA Derby Day for Todd Pletcher, now in the barn of trainer John Service.
It's Magic in the Moonlight, freewheeling on the front end, put the blame on me. Now within a length of him, in on the rail is Game 7. He's beginning to inch closer and closer. Amigos Guitar losing a little bit of ground, then it's Dance Code, and nothing yet from Three Pete as they make their way through the turn. Magic in the Moonlight has extended his lead. He's about 2.5, 3 lengths over Put the Blame on Me, who's under a little bit of pressure. Then to the inside, Game 7, followed by Dance Code. He's getting engaged. Nothing yet from Amigo's Guitar. And Three Pete, he can see them all as they make their way around the turn. Magic in the Moonlight. Luis Acacio looked under his shoulder for competition, asks Magic in the Moonlight for a little bit more. The half, 46-3. Put the Blame on Me, all out trying to get down the center of the track, but it is Magic in the Moonlight holding them all at bay. Game 7 coming up the rail. Here is Dance Code picking up some pieces, but Magic in the Moonlight's going to win his 3rd straight. Magic in the Moonlight, too tough on the front end here.
And Magic in the Moonlight makes it 3 wins in a row. And he's just a horse on the upswing right now. A 4-year-old son of Tapiture doing very well.
Yeah, I mean, not that Scott Lake hasn't had great years in his whole career, but he's having a very good year. I think last time I looked, isn't he second in the trainer standing behind Jamie Ness? So Scott Lake, who's only won, I don't know, 6,000 plus races in his career, he's going to probably be number 4 all time by the time he's finished. And what a run he's had. Good horse he's got in the barn.
It's a lot of fun to visit the Scott Lake barn in the morning, too. It's a full barn, a lot of going on, but it is a well-oiled machine, and they certainly know what they're doing there. Well, we're going to head to our first break, but we have a great feature on trainer Ernesto Padilla Preciado and all the undercard races from the Belmont Stakes, all coming up after this break.
Cody's Wish is picking off horses as they come for the top of the stretch in the Met Mile.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now, and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Chapman Ford of Horsham is now the #1 volume Ford dealer in the Philadelphia region. There's plenty of reasons why, and it's not just because we have a great selection of new Fords. That helps, but it's mostly because of how much we all take pride in providing the best customer experience, the Chapman experience. Finding your new Ford can still be difficult. If we don't have it in stock, then we'll help you reserve one of our available inbound vehicles, or our order team can help you custom order the exact new Ford you want. We make it easy at Chapman Ford of Horsham, the #1 volume Ford dealer in the Philadelphia region.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Here in Pennsylvania, we're proud of our breeding program, the best in North America, but we're also proud to be leaders in this industry. The PA Horse Breeders Association is funding cutting-edge research at Penn Vet to detect gene doping in thoroughbreds. And we endorsed the SAFE Act to help end the slaughter of American horses. Plus, we're pleased to support the aftercare programs set up by our horsemen's groups. Just a few of the reasons why you should join us in Pennsylvania, the premier place to breed and race.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, what makes someone want to become a racehorse trainer? Either you're bred into it or you just love the horses. We caught up with Ernesto Padilla Preciado, affectionately known as Cheeto around the racetrack, why he became a trainer. You're with trainer Ernesto Padilla Preciado. We know you as Cheeto around Parks, and you took out your trainer's license in 2020, but you were born into horse racing. Tell us how you got into this industry.
Well, I started working on the horses in 2020. That's when I first come to this country, and I started working with my uncle Lupe Preciado. He's a hot walker, and I learned how to groom horses and everything in there. But I always like to get on horses, to ride horses, and I never get the chance to learn with nobody. So one day I'm walking a horse to the track with the exercise rider, and I saw my friend Juan Carlos Guerrero. So he used to get on his horses, and I asked him to teach me how to gallop horses. He's like, well, if you really want to learn, why you don't start working for me, and I teach you how to work with the horses. I said, okay.
Guadalupe Preciado, your uncle, Scott Lake, Kate DeMasi, you've learned from some of the greatest here at Parks Racing. What do you love about working with the horses? You talk about that's what's so important to you.
Everything. I love everything with the horses. When I was little, my dad, he used to have a ranch, and we have all kind of animals, but horses. We never have horses down there, and I love it. I love the horses. So when I come here, I see all the horses around the racetrack, I go crazy.
And Malibu Star hits the top of the stretch in command. Rondon Scares fighting on gamely, flat out flying, trying to launch his bid up the center of the track. But Malibu Star is just kicking clear here in a hand ride under Jeremy Laprida.
Talk about Malibu Star, a really special horse that you had with one owner. That owner decided to sell it at the sale, and another owner purchased it and sent them back to you. What's it like being able to come to the barn every day and have a horse like that, a budding star, really?
You know, we don't have it like a special horse in our barn. We treat the horses the same way, all of them. But have a special horse like that one, believe me, it's amazing. When that happened, when they decided to take the horse to the sale, like I said, I was a little upset about it because it's hard to get a nice horse like that one. But that horse is very easy to train, and he's always going to give you the best he has. The way he's been running and competing right now, I think we're going to have a lot of fun this year with that horse.
What's next for you? What's your next goal?
Just stay up like that and have a bunch of nice horses, and one of these days maybe I've been lacking get to the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really fun to see Cheeto's business develop, and no doubt his son loves coming to the racetrack. He's going to want to be a trainer, but just a list of names that he's learned from. I mean, his uncle is Guadalupe Preciado. He worked for Scott Lake, Kate DeMasi, Brute Jackson. I mean, he's really gathered, Juan Carlos Guerrero.
Yep.
He's gathered something from everybody and
No
really
question.
made a good business.
Yeah, and the story's still up on the website. I wrote about him and his star horse on Let'sGoRacingParks.com a couple of weeks ago. It is a great story that he has to tell.
Yeah, Malibu Star will be making some noise this summer. Well, let's get into some of those great races from Belmont Stakes Day. We're going to start with the Grade 1 $1 Million Met Mile, and Cody's Wish is our favorite. Big standout here.
Yeah, big standout for sure. He's just about unbeatable at these one-turn, one-mile races. It's a good field, really good field, including local hero Rippo Rocks, who I'm surprised went off all the way at 9-1. I thought he'd get a great trip for Jamie Ness, but look, Cody's Wish had to be the favorite. He was a heavy favorite at 3-5.
Here's the call, the Met Mile.
The opening quarter went in 22 and 3/5 seconds. So it is Dr. Shivel who's in between horses. Slowed down Andy on the inside and hoists the gold on the outside. The three of them across the track for the lead. White Barrio runs in fourth. Charge It is on the move on the outside in fifth. Then comes Rippo Rocks, followed next by Zandon. Then the favorite, Cody's Wish. Doppelganger is at the back. Opening half mile in 45 and 4/5 seconds. Long Shot hoists the gold. Challenged on the inside by slowed down Andy. Dr. Shivel has dropped back. Charge It has now advanced into third. Cody's Wish is making a big move on the extreme outside. Cody's Wish is picking off horses as they come for the top of the stretch in the Met Mile. Here comes Cody's Wish on the outside. Now to grab the lead. Slow down Andy. Down towards the rail. It is Cody's Wish in front. Cody's Wish is drawing away. Cody's Wish putting in a huge effort here. Then it's Zandon and White Barrio. But it's Cody's Wish, and this beautiful racing story continues with this terrific racehorse.
And the Cody's Wish story continues, 6 wins in a row. I mean, this son of Curlin, he has wings. He is just magnificent.
That turn move, Danny, was the best move of 2023 by any horse I've seen. He got a 112 buyer. I think you can make a pretty strong case he's the best horse in the country right now. And they're going to stretch him out, run him in the Whitney at Saratoga. I mean, if he can stretch all the way out, and he's by Curlin, why can't he? Maybe we see him in the Breeders' Cup Classic at Santa Anita in November.
Wouldn't that be something? And Cody Durham would be right by his side. Let's get to the fillies and mares. It's the Grade 1 Ogden Phipps, a mile and 16th, $500,000. And Clariere, our cotillion winner from 2021, is our post-time favorite.
Yeah, 8-5. Just had an amazing career. She kept chasing like really good horses. A 3-year-old like Malathot got even better last year as a 4-year-old. And it's so cool to see this mare, who's the best bred horse in the country, still running as a 5-year-old and still running great.
Yeah, real testament to Stone Street and them supporting the racing industry. Search results for Chad Brown's second choice here with Flavian Pratt.
Yeah, she doesn't run too many bad races either. I thought there was a chance she could get loose on the lead, but regardless, I knew she was going to run a lot.
Yeah, a star-studded group of fillies and mares in the Ogden Phipps.
Game Stonks is coming on through now to take the lead from Played Hard. The opening quarter was run in 24 and 1/5 seconds. Search results sits back in third, 4.5 lengths from the lead. Then it's past the Champagne down at the rail. Secret Oath is on the outside, and Clariere continues to trail. Game Stonks leads here by 2.5 lengths. Played Hard in second by 1.5 lengths, with Search Results in third, half mile 48 and 3/5 seconds. Past the Champagne, Clariere, and Secret Oath. Those three are all together at the back. Game Stonks is the leader. Played Hard now moving up. There goes Played Hard. She makes her move and takes the lead now, with Search Results on the outside in second. Past the Champagne is on the move in third. Then Secret Oath and Clariere, 3/4 in 1:13 and 4, and they're at the quarter pole. And here is Search Results on the outside to take a narrow lead over Played Hard. Past the Champagne, moves off the rail. Clariere is now coming on the outside. It is Search Results and Played Hard. They are 1-2, moving for the 16th pole. Clariere on the outside continues to gain. Search Results trying to hold off Clariere. Here comes Clariere. Search Results right there. It's the courageous Clariere.
And Joel Rosario just fits Clariere perfectly, gets up for that win, and a beautiful ride. Steve Asmussen said he had some nervous moments, though.
I thought she had no chance the whole race. Search Results looked like she had the race under control until you could just see that kick. And I looked up and she's going to get there again. Over $3 million now for Clariere, and she is some horse. And hope she gets to get a Breeders' Cup win this year, because she certainly deserves it.
It would be really cool. Horses like that, they get one little spurt, and the jockey has to know just when to go. And Joel Rosario knows when to go with Clariere, that's for sure.
Indeed.
Well, let's get to the Grade 2 Brooklyn. This is a marathon race, 1.5 miles, same as the Belmont Stakes, $250,000 purse. And our favorite is the Warrant for Brad Cox.
Yeah, Warrant's one of the solid marathoners. Either you can do it or you can't do it, and he's one of those that can do it.
Next is second choice for William Cohen's, a name we don't hear a whole lot from.
He won the Cape Henn Open at this distance at Delaware in September.
But we're also rooting on Calibrate, the number 9 for trainer Jamie Ness, a horse we've never get to see here at Parks yet, but he's in the barn in Jamie Ness.
And of course we have the great, amazing Forewarned, just closing on $1 million for Uriah St. Louis.
Here's the call to Brooklyn Stakes.
And it is Next the leader here by 3/4 length. Warrant pressing that pace in second. And then it's Red Run, who's down at the rail, and Calibrate on the outside. Half mile in 50 seconds as they continue in this 1.5 mile Brooklyn, with Next the leader here by a length. Warrant in second by a length. Red Run is third by a head. Calibrate is on the outside, and Next in fourth. And then it is Alfeo, who's in between horses. Centavo in the clear on the outside, followed by Portos. Now Bright Future begins to move up a couple of spots. Forewarned has gained ground, and Code Runner is now the trailer. 3/4 in 1:16, with Next continuing to lead here. Next has been in front right from the start, leads here by 1/2 length. Warrant getting a bit closer now in second. Bright Future is in between horses. Calibrate looking to make a move now down towards the rail, and Red Run is there. It is Next and Warrant, and they are 1-2 midway on the turn. Red Run is running in third. Forewarned has now gained into fourth. Calibrate is fifth. Bright Future is dropping back, about to be passed on the outside by Portos and Centavo. It is Next in front as they head for home. Next is the leader by 2. Warrant giving chase in second as they pass the 3/16 marker. It is Next, now in front by 3, now in front by 4. Then Warrant and Calibrate as they come on for the finish. It's going to be a front-running victory here in the 1.5-mile Brooklyn for Next. Next, the winner by 2.5 at the end.
And Next gets the win with the front-running victory there. Beautiful gray, but really excited about Calibrate, the second-place finisher for trainer Jamie Ness. I called up with him and I said, how did you get this horse? Because he never ran here at Parks. The trainer that had him before, Cody, used to work for Jamie Ness when he was out in the Midwest. He also knows the owners. Not a lot of marathon races going that distance out in the Midway, so made a lot of sense for them to come here. And they're going to point to the Greenwood Cup next.
Here at Park. Why wouldn't they go to the Greenwood Cup on PA Derby Day? So Fort Warren finished 6th, Danny, but that's not the story. With that 6th place finish, $1,500, went over $1 million. That gives owner-trainer Uriah St. Louis not 1, but $2 million horses here at Parks that have run here at Parks. And as far as I can tell, he's the only trainer here with more than $1 million earner, except John Service, who obviously has the most. That is some feat for Uriah St. Louis having $2 million earners. The other one, obviously, Discreet Lover, who won the Jockey Club Gold Cup.
It certainly is. And of course, Discreet Lovers in our Parks Racing Hall of Fame. Really cool stuff there.
Absolutely.
We're excited for our Parks connections. We're going to head to another break, but we have a lot coming back. More races from Belmont Stakes Day and our Jockey and Trainer of the Week.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home. Congratulations, Jockey of the Week, Paco Lopez. We know he's the king of Monmouth Park, but he's been ruling here at Parks. 4 wins on Monday's card, and he's really getting it done.
They're going to put up a barrier at the Pennsylvania line. They'll not let Paco in here. All these other jockeys, he's winning a lot when he comes from Jersey.
Absolutely, and congratulations to our Trainer of the Week, Nay Pisana. We love our Nay, and he's had a great week. He had a nice win with Tankinator's full brother, Vindicato. Really excited for him.
And the night of the awards, I ended up in a restaurant with Nay, and he was telling stories all night. One of the good guys at the track.
He certainly is. Well, let's get to some race recap. We're really excited about this one. It's the Grade 1 Jaipur Stakes, 6 furlongs on the turf, 400,000. Caravel, our beloved Pennsylvania breds, taking on the boys.
Yeah, and she sits second early. There was another horse actually who outran her, Danny, but not for long. Caravel takes the lead on the turn. And these are really good horses coming after her, like Big Invasion, the 10. None of them can catch her. That's 5 in a row, 15 lifetime wins. She is fast becoming a legend, a Breeders' Cup Turf winner, and now she's winning her in. She's back for the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint at Santa Anita, and look out.
Our girl cannot be stopped. So happy for Lizzie Merriman, who bred her, and Brad Cox has done an unbelievable job with her. We're going to stick at Belmont Park. It's the Grade 1 Woody Stevens, 7 furlongs for 3-year-olds, $400,000, and Bob Baffert sends out a lion here, an Arabian Lion.
Yeah, for sure. Watch this move. Arabian Lion is the 3, and he'd won wire-to-wire at Pimlico on Preakness Day in the Sir Barton against a terrible field. You're wondering, can he come back? Yeah, he can. This is a 109 buyer figure, which is the best by any 3-year-old so far in 2023. Son of Justify, 5 years ago, the Triple Crown winner, and Baffert said one of his Arabians is going to be at the Haskell, Arabian Lion or Arabian Knight, who may be better than all of them. And we're obviously going to see one of them here on the PA Derby. We'll see somebody, maybe National Treasure, one of the Baffert horses will be here on September 23rd.
Baffert unleashed a lion. There you go. Well, it's time for Eye on Racing, and we're doing big things here Sunday. Come out. It's Father's Day. We have Owners Appreciation Day, and the PTHA President's Cup drew a nice field of fillies and mares on the turf. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely looking forward to it. And of course, our new PTHA president, Bob Hutt, will be here along with us.
And we'll be giving our picks after this break, but also some stakes at Monmouth Park, the Pegasus, the Salvatore Mile, and look out for some park shippers. I know Butch Reed is going to be running in the Bed of Roses up in New York. He had let me know. We're going to head to our final break, but we're going to preview the President's Cup and talk about everything else going on in news and notes.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs. And billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Here in Pennsylvania, we're proud of our breeding program, the best in North America. But we're also proud to be leaders in this industry. The PA Horse Breeders Association is funding cutting-edge research at Penn Vet to detect gene doping in thoroughbreds. And we endorsed the SAFE Act to help end the slaughter of American horses. Plus, we're pleased to support the aftercare programs set up by our horsemen's groups. Just a few of the reasons why you should join us in Pennsylvania, the premier place to breed and race.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Chapman Ford of Horsham is now the #1 Volume 4 dealer in the Philadelphia region. There's plenty of reasons why, and it's not just because we have a great selection of new Fords. That helps, but it's mostly because of how much we all take pride in providing the best customer experience, the Chapman experience. Finding your new Ford can still be difficult. If we don't have it in stock, then we'll help you reserve one of our available inbound vehicles, or our order team can help you custom order the exact new Ford you want. We make it easy at Chapman Ford of Horsham, the #1 Volume 4 dealer in the Philadelphia region.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, let's talk about the President's Cup. It's going to be on Sunday, Father's Day card. Going to go a mile and 16th over our turf course, $75,000 for our fillies and mares. A lot to like in this field, but we can only pick one.
And you like?
I'm going with Brendan Walsh's horse, Fuento Ova Wiena.
Easy for you to say. Say that again.
Fuento Ova Wiena, and I love her win last time at Churchill Downs. Tyler Gaffleone was aboard. No jockey listed as of now.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see Johnny V. You're coming in to ride bipartisanship. The one is going to be my pick for Grand Motion. The British bred most recently third in the Gallarette on the Preakness Day card at Pemberton.
Yeah, so some nice fillies and mares running in our President's Cup. Well, it was a really fun day here last Saturday. Lots to love. We had racing, family fun in the picnic area, and the Tri-State Basset Hounds came out. They come out every year and they raced, and they're not very fast, but they're a lot of fun to watch.
And there was betting? You were betting people?
It wasn't betting, it was more cheering on. Lots of pup cups, lots of doggy beers afterwards, and there was lots of tired pooches around the racetrack.
Parks at Parks. You gotta love it.
You gotta love it. Well, make sure you come join us today. Of course, we're gonna race on Father's Day, Sunday. Post time is 12:40. And keep an eye on our man John Service. He is just 7 wins away from a very big milestone of 2,000 wins.
2,000 is a huge number for a trainer.
And he's always fun to talk to and root on at the racetrack. Well, thanks for watching us this week on Let's Go Racing. We'll catch you next time.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba's got the lead now. It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away, and Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Vet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.